Out of the timeout with under 5 to play here in the first quarter. Christian Brothers University on top 14-11 over Delta State. Ball in the hands of Darcy Duran for the Brothers. They're in red with white numerals and black trim in the half-court set. Carly Bates about 30 feet out, straight on. Bates works to the arc, feeds for Lytle. Lytle with 3 seconds, lifts up a three. This one's going to be off target, rebounded by Zaire Ewing for Delta State. Lady Statesmen thus far winning the rebounding battle 6-2 in the early going. Inside with Smith. Alana Smith gives it up for Buford. Ewing on the block. Ewing with a back down up over Nicholson. CBU wants to push the pace the other way. 1 point game. Bella Jones gives it away for Nicholson. She'll try a three, and she hits. So far, Christian Brothers University, 3 of 5 from outside. It's helped them to a 17-13 edge here in the first quarter. 3:12 to go inside Canale Arena in the opening period. Ewing zings a pass across for Buford. Back to Ewing. Closely watched by Darcy Duran. Ewing bowling her way in. Lifts it up, won't go. Rebound Lytle. 3-on-3 on the break. Lytle will slow it down. Outside for Duran. Launches. Can't hit. Rebound taken underneath by Kirsten Brown. And now we have a tie-up called beneath as Duran followed her shot and tied up the ball. Nice hustle play by the sophomore Darcy Duran out of Franklin, Tennessee. It's Bates inbounding. Anna Ihala is in the right corner. Sent into Duran, just outside of the arc. Feeds to a curling Bella Jones. 6-point lead for CBU, their largest thus far. 2.5 to play in the opening quarter. Head coach Jesse Carmack wants more life from her bench. Alana Smith driving in. Tough fadeaway shot and draws contact. So Smith will go to the free throw line after the whistle. Smith last night, 11 minutes, went 4 of 9 from the field, 2 of 2 at the line for 10 points. First is off. One more coming for Alana Smith, the junior out of Picayune, Mississippi. Got the second. Delta State trailing by 5 with 2.5 to play here in the first quarter. Drops back on defense. Bryn Lytle handling for Christian Brothers University. The senior with the drop off for Duran. Over to Ihala up top. Ihala on the basket cut to Lytle. Got it up and off the window. Nicely fed through by Bryn Lytle. On the find from Anna Ihala. 21-14, 7-point lead for CBU. Their largest. It's grown. Smith. Wilson. No. And here's Jones on the collection. Duran goes down in transition. Sent to Lytle along the left wing. Swings it across to Duran for 3. This is off target. Rebound battle for and pulled in by the Statesman. 1:42 still to go here in the first quarter. CBU on top by 7. Delta State working with Buford all the way to the cut. Not quite there. Rebound loose beneath the goal and put back up and in by Cameron Davis. Jones in the front court to Ihala. Now Duran. Bella Jones. Nowhere to go. Back to Duran outside the arc. Emily Jones thought about putting one up. She's going to drive baseline instead. Finds an open Lytle. The launch is short. Taken in by Kirsten Brown for Delta State. Smith working ahead. Patiently across the timeline with less than a minute to play in the first quarter. 5-point game. Alana Smith trying to luck. A little bit shy of the mark. One shot possession as Duran claims the miss for CBU. Duran leaves it for Jones, over to Ihala, and a turnover as it went off her fingertips. Brown on the break. Brown against Jones, puts it up and draws contact. 32 ticks remaining as Kirsten Brown goes to the free throw line. 5'11" junior out of Tanner, Alabama. Bates will check back in, as will Bailey Cummings. Bella Jones gets a rest, as does Darcy Duran. Alana Smith will head to the bench for Craig Roden, the head coach of Delta State, who's been in this league for a long time. Browns, a couple of dribbles, lifts and hits. Last night's first quarter ended 15-all before Delta State got a 4-point edge after the second quarter. One more for Brown. Got the second as well. 3-point game, 32.2 seconds remaining in the first period here inside Canale Arena on Senior Day for the Christian Brothers Lady Buccaneers. Bates outside. Well guarded by Takira Hicks, waiting for the clock. And now we have a palming call against Carly Bates. The stop and go was a little too much to handle for the freshman. A turnover by CBU, for which they could have held for the last shot of the quarter. Nobody's coming to receive the inbounds pass from Takira Hicks. She finally flings it in, and Brown able to save it. 9 seconds to go in the period. Hicks almost had her poke free and now does. Lytle with 4. With 3, it's a sprint to the cup. Lytle puts it up and in. Christian Brothers University led by their senior Bryn Lytle with a 23-18 edge after the scoop and score to close the quarter. This is CBU Bucks basketball on the CBU Bucks Live Network. Starting the second quarter inside Canale Arena is Delta State basketball. They trail by 6, make it 5 to begin quarter number 2. Ball in the hands of Takira Hicks, the senior, and it's poked free by some stifling CBU defense. Emily Jones, Bailey Cummings, Bryn Lytle, Carly Bates, and Anna Ihala on the floor for CBU, the home side, trying to avoid the season sweep at the hands of the Lady Statesmen. And now we have a timeout, I believe. Maybe the shot clock did not start properly at the time the ball was knocked out of play. .9:42 to go here in the second quarter. Possession arrow favoring the Buccaneers. Mackenzie Hill to inbound for Delta State. Hicks directing traffic. Will bounce to Kaylin Wilson, and inside it goes to Ewing. Ewing knocks over on Ihala. First try, no. Second try, still no. Surprising result for the usually sure-handed Zaire Ewing. Ihala with it for CBU at the top of the arc to start the offensive set. Gives it up to Bryn Lytle, the senior. Now to Cummings. Swung around the horn for Jones, using the pump fake. Gets Bates a look. Bates from the corner, can't put it through. Rebound goes right to Takira Hicks. Hicks with a sprint in transition. Nice drop-off pass across the lane, and it's Ewing with the completion. 3-point game. 8:55 to go in the second as Cummings lets fly, not afraid to shoot. But the quick trigger does not result in points for CBU. CBU right now shooting 10 of 17 from the field. Delta State 6 of 13. Hill with a mismatch against Ihala. Picks up her dribble, though. Lob down low for Ewing, drawing the double. Too strong. Second try. No. Waved off for an offensive foul. Coming to the deck hard. And Zaire Ewing charged with the offensive foul. None too pleased about that, to be sure. .8:27 to go here in the second quarter. 3-point game as Nicholson takes charge for CBU up top. Now to Lytle around the screen. Finds an open shooter. It's Bates. Bates can't rattle it home. Rebound was iron, glass, and then out. Hicks with it. Hicks in transition across the half-court line. Gives it up. Wilson. Hill. Hill with a free look from the elbow. Can't put it through. Bryn Lytle claims the offensive miss, or rather the miss for the defensive end for CBU. Lytle slashing through the cup and lays it up and through. The basket counts for Bryn Lytle, bringing the crowd to her feet. That's the kind of hustle Canal Arena has come to expect from Lytle. This is not the senior day I'm sure she imagined, in front of probably less than 40 people. Lytle converts in the three-point play. Set the program record, men's or women's, with 45 points in the game against Mississippi College last weekend and played through a broken nose in the midst of competition. 6-point edge now for the Buccaneers with 7:50 remaining until halftime as Alana Smith shepherds the ball up floor. Smith leaned in, drew some contact, nothing called. Fed outside for Hill. Closely watched by Bella Jones. Lob down low. Now Ewing. 10-footer is too strong. The touch is just a little bit off right now for Zaire Ewing. Rebounded by CBU. Passed on ahead for Bella Jones. Leaps in the air and finishes the play. Great work by Bella Jones. The freshman, a little bit raw at times around the goal. Had no trouble right there. And showed great leaping ability. The athleticism should help her throughout her college career. 7:09 left in the second quarter as they lob down low for Ewing once again. Draws the quick double. This time it's not enough. Nicholson on one side, Jones on the other, but Ewing the victor. 28-22. Ewing already with 11 points in the first half, 5 of 8. They're going to leave Jones alone to shoot. She drops it through. Jones with a Michael Jordan-esque shrug of the shoulders. 30-22. 6:42 to play until halftime. Bella Jones with her first couple of points for CBU. They've got 4. She's got 4, as a matter of fact. At the other end, the answer comes from Alana Smith, though, and quickly. Smith did not meet with a lot of resistance there as she floated one up Mike Conley style from the left side of the paint. Nicholson looking for a basket cut with Jones. Jones going to work on Hicks. Put her in the spin cycle. 32-24. 6:08 left in the second quarter as these teams trade blows. Ewing going to work. Good grief, Charlie Brown. Bates pass ahead, deflected with 2 hands that time by Alana Smith. Bates trying again to pass it across the baseline, and it's knocked out of play. Alana Smith proving she's not to be trifled with defensively. Ewing will check out. We'll see if Christian Brothers can make some hay while she's on the bench. Darcy Duran comes in, taking out Emily Jones for CBU. 5:49 left. CBU shooting 13 of 23 right now from the field. Delta State 9 of 19. Fed in, outside the arc to Nicholson. The senior Lytle will start the action. Spin move to get by Hill. Trying to break through 2 defenders and eventually gets knocked to the floor. Nothing called. Ball in the hands of Delta State. Poked free from behind by Carly Bates. That's how you pick up your teammate. 5 turnovers thus far by Delta State. 2 by Christian Brothers. Hicks to inbound from the baseline, left of the goal. Feeds it all the way out to Alana Smith. Smith trying to go to work on Carly Bates. Didn't have enough room. Out to Brown, who draws Duran away from the bucket. Now to Hicks. Hicks right in the face of Bella Jones. Sticks it. 3-point game, 32-29. Bates, the other end, finds Duran in the corner. Nicholson will launch a three, and she is short-handed today. Julia Nicholson, 2 for 2 from outside, 35-29. Nicholson yesterday, 1 of 3 from the field, 1 of 2 from the outside. Having a decent little weekend for CBU. Delta State puts it in Hicks's hands once more. Too strong, backside board collected by Brown. Putting an attempt, no. Third try, no. Fourth try, won't fall. There's a lid on the basket for the Lady Statesmen. 35-29, transition pass. Jones, catch, put up, and is hammered from behind by Brown. She'll go to the line. .436 remaining here in quarter number 2. We've got a media timeout coming. This is CBU Bucks Live basketball right now. The Lady Bucks leading 35-29 here on the CBU Bucks Live network. Back in a moment from Canale Arena. Out of the timeout with 4:36 to go here in the second quarter. It's Bella Jones at the free throw line for CBU. Sinks the first. One more to come for the athletic freshman, Bella Jones, out of St. Benedict at Auburndale, SBA, here in the Memphis area. Cannot convert on the second try from the free throw line after being fouled by Kirsten Brown. Bella Jones, Julia Nicholson, Darcy Duran, Carly Bates, Bryn Lytle on defense for CBU. On this possession, it's not quite enough against Alana Smith. 36-31, a 5-point edge is what the Lady Bucks are presently enjoying with 4:15 to go until halftime. Duran with a little jab step, drops it off north of the arc for Bella Jones. Back to Lytle. Lytle closely guarded by Mackenzie Hill. Jones with another chance to do something from the top of the key. Jones going right past Ewing. And one coming for Bella Jones. And they're going to say this is an offensive foul? I would love to see a replay of that. It looked as though Bella Jones had a step on Zaire Ewing, but the whistle does not go her way. In any case, it is Delta State basketball trailing by 5 with under 4 to play. Bates ready to pick up Alana Smith. And now an offensive foul the other way. This will go on Kirsten Brown. Cummings will inbound for Bates out there with Duran, Nicholson, and Lytle. Here's Bryn Lytle. Hasn't really been able to get loose just yet. Nicholson from the top will send it over to the left wing with Duran. Cummings. Lytle around the screen. Lytle weaving her way through. Kick out. Corner. Bates. Can't hit the three. Rebound loose. Down below. Duran gets it up high and in. Darcy Duran puts the Bucks back up by 7. 3:15 remaining here in the second quarter. CBU shooting a scintillating 57%. Smith to her right, now back to her left. One-handed pass inside for Ewing. Ewing on the post up, knocks over Bryn Lytle into tomorrow. 3 minutes to go as Ewing completes the play. Out to Lytle for a catch and shoot three. Bang! She drills it. Knock me down and get right back up again. The Bryn Lytle story. 2:39 left in the half. 41-33. Again the lob to Ewing. Again draws the double. Ewing on Nicholson. Ewing called for steps. What crowd there is inside Canale Arena is certainly trying to be vocal. This is not a big building. 2:27 to go in the second quarter. 41-33 the edge for the Lady Buccaneers. 14 for Bryn Lytle thus far. 10 for Julian Nicholson. Buccaneers 5 of 12 from outside. They've made multiple threes in both quarters so far. Lytle thought about going right down Broadway. Instead, the kick out. Jones short on the three. Rebounded by Duran. Nicholson, second effort. That one missed everything. The rebounding last night was a real issue for Christian Brothers. They trail in that margin 16-9 at present. It'll be Hicks to bring it up the floor through the Buccaneer logo at midcourt for Delta State. 2:05 to go. Fed to the baseline. Buford, whom we haven't seen in a while, into the game. Drops it off for Ewing. Baseline Jay, again too strong. Rebound fought for, but a foul called on the floor. I think they're going to tag Bailey Cummings with a hold right here. Indeed they will. 4 fouls in the quarter by Delta State, 2 by CBU. Buford sends it in. Wilson off target and rebounded on the backside of the rim by CBU with 1:50 left before halftime. Emily Jones leaves it for Bryn Lytle. Lytle with a quick spin in the lane. Lytle working through contact. Bryn Lytle invited to the free throw line. Lytle with 14 in this first half. Make it 15. It's sneaky how quickly the points pile up for Bryn Lytle. Got the second. 43-33, fully a double-digit edge for CBU. Lytle in this half has 16 points. She had 19 a week ago in the game where she set the program record with 45 points, 40 of them coming in regulation. Hicks, nowhere to go with it. Lytle right in her grill. Over to Hill. Hicks looking for Buford this time. Hassled by Emily Jones. 7 on the clock as they try to push it inside to Ewing. That's tipped away. Christian Brothers comes up with a steal. 1:14 left until halftime. Jones works to the left. Didn't find anything open. Back to Duran. Over to Lytle. From the right corner, gives it back to Duran. Wheeling into the paint. Duran turning the corner. No, Nicholson on the backside got the rebound, and on the putback, she's fouled. Takira Hicks with the foul. 56 seconds to play in the period, and Nicholson at the free throw line. Nicholson's first is off target. 5'10 sophomore out of Holly Springs, Mississippi. Second opportunity here. Came into the game 5 of 8 on her free throws this season. Second one's good. 44-33. CBU's largest lead is 11. 53 ticks remaining until the break. Hicks. Nicholson pokes it free. Jones. Up top for Cummings. Kicked. Duran. Nicholson, elbow, short. Rebound, saved by Duran. Jones. Got it. Everything coming up red and black in the last few possessions. Christian Brothers leading 46-33 with 13 ticks remaining in the half. Buford along the right sideline. Buford inside for Ewing. Poke free by Cummings. 3 on the clock. Jones ahead. Lytle has to lift it up. She's not going to make it. Is she going to make it? No. The basket will not count. Lytle thought she got it away in time, but without the benefit of replay, I think there will not be a review. 46-33, though, as Christian Brothers streaks into halftime here at Canale Arena, holding a 13-point advantage over Delta State. This is CBU Bucks Live basketball on the CBU Bucks Live Network. Starting the second half here at Canale Arena, where Christian Brothers University leads Delta State 46-33. I'm Tyler Springs. This is the CBU Bucks Live Network. Leading scorer in the first half was Bryn Lytle with 16 points for Christian Brothers University on 6 of 11 shooting. She was 1 of 4 from the outside, 3 of 3 at the free throw line, countered by 15 from Zaire Ewing, 7 of 13 from the field, 1 of 1 at the free throw line, with a game-high 6 rebounds for Delta State. The Lady Statesmen won the boards in that first half, 17-14, but only had 4 players score the basketball. Ewing, Cameron Davis, along with Alana Smith and Kirsten Brown. They're going to have to find a little more balance, particularly from their seniors, Takira Hicks and Shania Buford, who went scoreless. Christian Brothers University with the basketball to start things in the half-court set, wearing their red uniforms, black lettering, and white numerals. Fed to Bryn Lytle, the senior, along the left side. Freshman Bella Jones with it, top of the arc, leaves it for Emily Jones. Back to Nicholson. She can hit from 3. She's shown that before, and she shows it again. Julian Nicholson, 14 points for the brothers. She is 3 of 4 from the outside. And counting what they did going into halftime, it's an 11-0 run. Christian Brothers University went into the break on an 8-0 spring. First possession offensively for Delta State. They go to Ewing, turning in against Nicholson, puts it up, no. Once again, no. And now a tie-up call beneath the goal. And the possession now will favor Delta State. So the lid stays on the kettle for CBU. Buford, Davis, Hicks out there along with Wilson and Ewing. Hicks will lob in outside the arc to Kaylin Wilson, one-on-one against Bryn Lytle. Zips it over for Hicks. Taking on Carly Bates, the freshman. Over to Ewing. Right corner. Trigger 3. Won't go. Rebounded by Bryn Lytle. Lytle hustling ahead. Finds Jones. Jones to the cup. Too short. Didn't get her legs into the shot. 49-33 the score. Christian Brothers University up by 13 with 8:45 to play here in the third quarter. Just underway in the second half. Takira Hicks drives in, then comes back out with it. Up top for Delta State. Davis over to Buford. One-on-one against Nicholson. This is a mismatch. Buford going to try to go by her. Can't find enough room. Lobs it inside instead. Davis hits. That snaps an 11-0 run for CBU with a bucket from Cameron Davis. 8:15 to go in the third quarter. CBU on top, 49-35. Lytle working her way in, weaving through traffic. How about the senior, Bryn Lytle, feeling it here on senior day. 18 points on 7 of 12 shooting. Under 8 to play in the third quarter. No solution yet for the CBU, or rather for the Delta State defense. Wilson from the top, gives it up. Now Davis. Matched up with Lytle. Gives it away. Hicks, now Buford. Over on the left wing with 8 on the clock. Buford a bounce pass down low. Ewing attacking against Jones. Not enough, and the second effort is. Zaire Ewing went one-on-one with Isabella Jones right there and won the battle as she should based on size considerations. Lytle again into the paint, works it up, and somehow finds a way through the jungle. And one play opportunity for Bryn Lytle. Again and again, Lytle able to get finishes through contact with force of will and just some very lithe body control. She converts, 54-53. Let's point out also, free throws can be worked on. Bryn Lytle was not always this good of a free throw shooter. She shot 55% as a freshman before shooting 80% as a sophomore. That's just hard work, folks. 7:08 to go in the third quarter. Delta State with it. Hicks nosing around the defense, can't find any way through. Lytle draws the double. Inside to Ewing. Ewing with a spin move right around Bryn Lytle. A little anything you can do, I can do better from Zaire Ewing. Lytle for 3 at the other end. It's way off target. Rebound and a foul. And this will go against Davis. Couple of fouls thus far against Delta State, none against CBU in this quarter. Emily Jones on the catch, on the curl of the basket. Bella Jones going, and now we have, I believe, a foul called before the shot. This will go once again on Davis. Cameron Davis has her hands full right now. 54-39 as Bates slaps the basketball to start the action. Lobs it in for Jones. Jones over to Lytle, left side of the arc. Lytle feeds for Nicholson. Wheeling down to the left baseline. Back up top for Lytle. Spin move, gets her away from Hill for a moment. Lobs it across for Bates. Bates dribbles in, pulls up, won't go from 10 feet. Ewing the catch on the rebound. Hicks ahead. Still has yet to score a point this afternoon. Hicks works around the corner to her right. Kick out. Corner three. Buford on the way. Bang! Shania Buford drills the three, and Craig Roden wants timeout, trying to give his side a little bit of confidence with 6:10 to go here in quarter number 3. CBU still on top of Delta State by 12 at the 6:10 mark. More to come from Canale Arena momentarily. This is CBU Bucks Live basketball on the Bucks Live Network. .610 to go here in the third quarter as Christian Brothers University works the length of the floor with the basketball. Nicholson, Bates, Duran, Lytle, and Bella Jones on the floor for CBU. The home side leading 54-42 over Delta State. Lytle gets it just north of the arc. Feeds over to the right wing with Carly Bates. Bates over to Bella Jones, work on one-on-one against Kirsten Brown. She likes the matchup. She goes to the hole, puts it up with the left hand. No. Ewing claims the miss. Working on that Windex sponsorship opportunity. At the other end, Hicks. An out-of-control drive from the left side. Finally feeds it up and through. 10-point game, 54-44 with 5:36 to go. Bounce pass on the cut to the basket towards Bryn Lytle, and now a foul called. Looked like Lytle was held going to the rim. Zaire Ewing, in case you're curious, 19 points and 10 rebounds this afternoon. Huge on the glass for Delta State. Bates lobs. Lytle the catch outside the arc. Swung around the horn, top side. Now with Bates on the right. Nicholson draws Ewing away from the basket. Duran works around a pick. Over to Lytle with 9 on the clock from the left wing. Driving into the lane. Lytle feeds it through traffic, won't go. Rebound tapped out of play. It'll stay with CBU. Fresh shot clock, reset to 20 after Lytle's attempt from the right side of the lane. Bates to inbound. Finds Duran over in the right corner. Bella Jones looking to give it up. Does to Bates. Bates centers it over to Nicholson, top side. Now to Nicholson in the mid-post, challenging Ewing. Back out. Jones lifts up a three. Won't go. Rebound snatched by who else? Zaire Ewing. 11th rebound of the contest for Ewing. 4:49 left in the third quarter. Foot raised down floor as Bates was worked on by Hicks. Hicks will give it up now. Buford to Ewing on the left block. Face up against Duran. Going to go to work. Giving Duran the business. .54-46. 4:27 left. Nicholson fires it up from 18, won't go. Rebound snatched by Buford. Hicks, 2-on-2 on the break. Hicks working on Bates, looking for a pitch back, nothing there. Buford slows it down, leaves it for Brown. Brown against Lytle, over to Buford. Bounce pass inside, down low for Ewing, who draws the double. Bates and Nicholson on her. Back outside with Hicks with 7 on the clock. Hicks got to go to work quickly. Hicks lofts a 3 and hits. Takira Hicks drains the 3. 54-49. And suddenly this is not such a wide margin game. 5-point lead for CBU with 3:49 to go here in quarter number 3. But a little run of 12-0 by Delta State, able to help out their cause. CBU over their last 4 from the floor, which has helped out Delta State in climbing back into the contest. Hicks has finally come alive here in quarter number 3. She's got 5 points, and Buford with a triple has 3 now for the Lady Statesmen. Rebound margin is 25-17, still favoring Delta State. Hard to contend with Zaire Ewing, that's for sure. Lytle with 21 points, 8 of 15. Ewing with 21, 10 of 20. Delta State winning the paint, 30-18. And at the present time, CBU still has yet to score a point off of a turnover in this half. They scored 9 in the first half. Delta State only with 1. CBU also led the fast breaks 12-1 after the first half. They have yet to have a fast break point in the second half. Delta State has a pair. So with 3:49 remaining in the quarter, Anna Ihala will inbound for Carly Bates. Bates against Smith. Dribble handoff for Lytle. Now to the left wing, Duran. Ihala around the horn for Bates. Jones from the top, working down the lane. Jones carrying to the cup, won't get it to go. Rebound, tapped up twice and snatched by Kirsten Brown. Nicely done to claim the board. Here's Alana Smith, working down the left side of the lane to the goal. Fed it up, but too shallow on the shot. Never quite caught the backside of the rim, and now it's high up beneath the goal. Will favor Christian Brothers. Bailey Cummings checks in, as does Emily Jones. So Bella Jones and Carly Bates will check out with 3:11 to go in the period. Lytle using 2 posts up top to start the set. Gets it back from Ihala, now works it to Emily Jones. The freshman has her spacing mixed up a little bit with Ihala up top. Lytle behind the screen, step back 3. This one's not good enough. Cummings able to snare the rebound. Over to Lytle on the sideline. Dangerous pass across to Duran. Kick out. Ihala will try. This one's off target from 3-point range, and Duran claims the miss. Pressure still on as Darcy Duran bombs away from the outside. CBU needed that one badly. Snaps a 12-0 run by Delta State. 2:23 to go here in the third, with Christian Brothers leading 57-49. Jones looking for the poke away there, couldn't quite get it against Wilson. Wilson driving in, nowhere to go. Puts it back out to Davis. Tries the jumper with the left hand, no. Rebound taken by CBU, and now we've got a foul called. Foul away from the basketball called on, I believe, Cameron Wilson. Make it Kaylin Wilson with 2:07 to go. So this will put Emily Jones on the foul line because CBU has yet to foul in this quarter, and Delta State's fouled already 5 times. So CBU, feel free to attack the basket in the final 2:07 of the period, already in the bonus. This is the freshman, Emily Jones, who's been a little quiet today. Jones with 4 points. First free throw attempt is good. 1 more to come. Emily Jones this season shooting 90% from the free throw line, averaging 13 points per game. Got the second as well. 59-49, 2:07 to go in the third quarter. Alana Smith across the timeline. Trying to work on Bryn Lytle. Lytle backs up a little bit, gives Smith the free throw line. Smith gives it away. Mackenzie Hill taking on Ihala off the dribble, feeds it up and gets the friendly roll. Eight-point game. Jesse Carmack disagreeing with the call as Ihala was challenged right there by Mackenzie Hill. Hill a little smaller, but also maybe a little fleeter of foot. Southpaw free throw attempt is good. 7-point game with 1:50 to go here in the third quarter. Inside, and Lytle fouled hard going to the cup. We've seen it before, Bryn Lytle. If her back is against the wall, we'll just start going to the cup. Not scared. Lytle's first, good. And CBU is the first to cross the 60-point mark. They're just 4 of 14 from the floor in this quarter. Got the second. They're now 6 of 6 in their free throws. Hicks almost lost the handle, but given space by Ihala. Looking for a matchup. Buford against Cummings. Buford, pull off, got it. The pull-up J is in the scouting report for Shania Buford. I can guarantee you that because I heard it. Being called out from the CBU sideline. Nonetheless, the veteran guard able to get the bucket at the other end. Ihala drains the baseline J. CBU has an answer. 63-54. Across the Buccaneer logo at midcourt. Dropped off for Mackenzie Hill. Out to Brown. And now Buford. Buford stepped back against Ihala once again on the switch. Couldn't get it to go from the left side, but now a foul underneath. And this will be a foul call against Brisa Maxwell. Craig Roden disagrees. Darcy Duran's first is off target. One more coming for the sophomore Buccaneer guard. Second's off target as well. Rare misses at the stripe for CBU. Sent to the right wing with Hill, and now Cummings is called for a hold. 9-point game with 40 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Takira Hicks will inbound. Ewing gets a chance in the offensive half. Lobbed in for Buford. Over to Hicks, launches for three. Rattled all the way around the rim, did not go down. Darcy Duran able to clean it up and snare the rebound with 26 seconds to play. 2-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Shot clock's going to expire first. It's at 18 right now. Lytle with a little shoulder fake against Mackenzie Hill. Dribbles in twice and draws the harm. Smart play by Bryn Lytle as she goes to work on Brisa Maxwell. The junior commits the foul. Lytle hits the first. She's got 23. And the second, she's got 24. 15 seconds to go in the quarter. 65-54 the edge. Buford across the timeline. Looking for a momentum basket here at the end of the third period. Buford switched on to Lytle. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Feeds it away to Hill. Hill has to put it up. Buford lets fly the buzzer. Can't get it to go. So Christian Brothers University takes a 65-54 lead into the fourth quarter over Delta State, a team they've lost to 3 times already this season, but perhaps a chance to snap that streak against the Lady Statesmen with 1 quarter left to play. 10 minutes to go here in Canale Arena. Back with more on the CBU Bucks Live Network. Starting the 4th quarter here at Christian Brothers University. CBU leading 65-54 over Delta State, but on the first possession, Delta State feeds inside for Zaire Ewing, and the senior post knocks over Bryn Lytle on her way to a basket. 65-56 with 9:39 left to go here on Senior Day for the Buccaneers. Trying to snap what has been a 3-game slide against Delta State. Shot from Bryn Lytle from the left elbow, partly blocked, never gets to the rim. Claimed by DSU. Sent to the left wing in the offensive half for Delta State. And now a foul inside committed by Darcy Durand. Delta State shooting 49% in this contest, 23 of 47. CBU 23 of 51, 45%. Buccaneers are 7 of 20 from the outside. Delta State 3 of 9. Inbounded beyond the half-court line. Over to Kaylin Wilson. Fed for Alana Smith. Smith kicks out for Hicks. Left sideline. Hicks dribbling in. Little push off against Emily Jones. Puts it up. No. And now a foul on the rebound. This will go on Ana Ihala. Or rather, Carly Bates with the foul at that time. Fed to the right wing. Hicks a 3. No. Kirsten Brown called for over the back. Ihala, Bates, Lytle, Emily Jones, and Bella Jones, the 5 on the floor for CBU. Ihala from the top, just north of the arc. Gives it up. Bella Jones with it. Driving right down Broadway. Gives it up. Corner 3. Bates on the way. Ring it up with 3 on the board for Carly Bates. 68-56 with 8:39 remaining here inside Canale Arena. CBU on top trying to get the Senior Day win. Inside, Wilson driving to the cup. Lays it up with the right hand, no. Ewing gets the collection and a foul on the backside rebound. The foul tag to Bryn Lytle. That's her second. Nicholson checks in, Ihala checks out. Hicks sends it in for Buford. Buford lobs down low. Ewing, the put up, no. Great defense played by Bryn Lytle there. Lytle in transition, 3-on-3. Lytle going to the cup, does it herself. The magnificence of Bryn Lytle. Make it 27 points today for the senior. 70-56 the lead for CBU. 8 to go. Buford from the left wing. Dribble, 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 dribble. Nowhere to go with it. Buford, step back 3 is going to be short. An air ball for Shania Buford. And what little crowd there is sitting beyond the baseline is going to let her have it. Delta State 3 of 10 from outside the arc today. 7:43 remaining in the contest. Emily Jones drops it inside. Nicholson got by Brown. CBU's momentum starting to play into the fatigue of Delta State. Buford slips to her left. Buford down low to Ewing. One-on-one against Jones. Ewing lost the handle. On the deck and loose. Lytle with a bounce pass. Jones ahead. At the catch down low. Bella Jones could not put it up, but it's off of the knee of Takira Hicks. Subs on coming for Delta State, as Davis will check in and bring Brown off the floor. So it's Davis, Ewing, Buford, Hicks, and Wilson against Bates, Nicholson, Bella Jones, Emily Jones, and Bryn Lytle. Emily Jones on the catch outside the arc. Sent to Bates, high left wing. Jones down the lane. Bull in a China shot, trying to work all the way in. Got her shot partly blocked that time by Cameron Davis. And it's out of play off of CBU. Buford. Weaving in. Lays it up and draws harm. The foul charge to Julian Nicholson. That's her second. Bella Jones, the only player on Christian Brothers with 3. Cameron Davis has 3. Kaylin Wilson has 3. And Mackenzie Hill has 3 for DSU. And Buford misses the first. Buford, a 94% free throw shooter this year. She missed the first. Hit the second. 72-57 with 6:39 left. Still plenty of time for Delta State to make a charge. Jones. Over to Lytle. Bryn Lytle gives it up. Nicholson going to pump up a 3. Won't go. Rebound, long, comes out to the edge of the arc for Ewing. In transition. Hicks going to the cup. Hicks almost out of control, but leans in and draws the foul call. Bailey Cummings will check in. Bella Jones will check out. Hicks on the free throw line, where she only shoots 36%. Hit the first, though. One more coming. Missed the second. Emily Jones vying for the rebound. It's collected instead by Delta State. Nice job by Davis. Kicked out to Buford. 3 off the mark again. Rebound still loose, and now it's Lytle who comes away with possession. Jesse Carmack asking for things to slow down a little bit for the Lady Buccaneers. Sent top side for Nicholson. Right wing. Working around it is Lytle. Out to the corner, Jones. Nicholson. Skip pass across. Bates, elbow pull up. Way too hard, off the glass. Hicks runs into a lot of bodies, almost lost the handle. Hicks to Ewing. Ewing in the right corner. Ewing with the baseline drive. Bryn Lytle playing some great defense against her. Eventually the double comes, but it's not enough. Ewing on the second chance, catch and the put in and the foul. So Zaire Ewing to the free throw line to convert the three-point play. She's got 25. Make it 26. Back and forth we go. 5:20 to play here inside Canale Arena. Bryn Lytle handling for CBU. Over to the corner with Emily Jones. Jones steps back, can't hit the three. Rebound on the backside by Darcy Duran. Lytle cutting to the hoop, floats one up, got the friendly roll. 29 for Bryn Lytle, 74-61. Under 5 minutes to play. Hicks switches hands, dribbles left, nothing there. Gives it back to Buford. Buford still outside the arc. Bounce pass down low for Ewing. One-on-one. Nicholson taking on the tough assignment, and Ewing draws harm on the turnaround shot. .441 remaining inside Canale Arena, and we've got a media timeout coming as Delta State's trying to make a late charge up the board. 4:41 left. CBU on top, 74-61. Back in a moment on the CBU Bucks Live Network. Out of the timeout with 4:41 to go inside Canale Arena. Christian Brothers University leading 74-61 over Delta State. But the beacon for Delta State at the free throw line, this is Zaire Ewing. 26 points today, make it 27. She's 12 of 24 from the field. She has 14 rebounds. Now 3 of 3 at the line, trying to go 4 of 4. Ewing's second is off target. Rebound poked free by CBU. The rebounding margin still in favor of Delta State, 35-28 overall. CBU with the basketball, 4.5 minutes to go. Backdoor cut for Darcy Duran, not quite there. Hicks read it, snuffed it out. Up top for Cummings. Around the horn to the right sideline for Jones. Nicholson sends to Duran. Duran into the paint, back outside for Jones. Freshman's gonna have to pull up. It's Duran at the horn. Can't get the three-pointer to fall from the left side, and it's rebounded by Zaire Ewing. 15 rebounds. Ewing, before this is all over, could have her second consecutive 20-20 game. Buford from the left side of the arc. Bounce pass down low. Mano a mano. Nicholson against Ewing, and it's Ewing winning the battle. Ten-point game with 3:43 left. Lytle leans in, draws harm, and finishes with a flourish. How about the persistence of Bryn Lytle? Never too much contact to try and push it up toward the goal. 76-64, and the senior up over 30 points. Set the program record last weekend with 45, 40 in regulation. She's got 31 here, 11 of 20 from the floor. This is after coming off of a 3 for 20 effort in the last meeting between these two sides. She's 11 for 20 from the floor today, 8 of 8 at the line. Brisa Maxwell will check in. So it's Maxwell, Buford, Davis, Ewing, and Hicks. And now it'll be Davis off and Wilson on. Lytle connects in the free throw. Buford across the timeline with 3.5 minutes to play. Sent to Hicks, guarded by Cummings. Now down low to the block. Ewing trying to pass across the lane for Buford, and it gets away. Forcing Zaire Ewing to be a passer. Successful for the CBU defense on that possession. Nicholson, Bates, Duran, Cummings, and Lytle out there on the floor for CBU. Buccaneers with the basketball. Up top, Nicholson, pass intended for Duran. Duran comes to collect. Duran outside the arc. Feeds away. Gets it to Lytle. Lytle with a spin, trying to get away. Lytle with the clock winding down. Feeds over to Bates. 4 on the clock as Carly Bates wriggles through. Bates with a lay-in attempt. No. Ewing collects the miss. Rebound number 16 for Zaire Ewing. 2:50 remaining inside Canale Arena. CBU defense trying to hold. Wilson over to Hicks for 3. Can't get it to go. And the tap out attempt by Zaire Ewing draws a foul. (77-64). It will not be a shooting foul. 2:37 remaining. 3 fouls thus far in the quarter against Delta State, 5 against CBU. Bates slaloms across the timeline. Ball in hand. Bates drops it off for Bryn Lytle. Lytle into the paint. Here's the senior. Feeds it up. Rattles it through. She will not be denied. 79-64. 2:16 to play. Bryn Lytle with 32 this afternoon. Buford, one-on-one against Nicholson, nowhere to go with it. Wilson, Hicks, back to Buford, lines it up and hits from outside. 79-67. Bates doesn't want to go to work in transition, prefers a slower pace. Bates, over to Lytle, guarded by Wilson. Lytle will leave it for Nicholson. Freshman Emily Jones had to save from going out of bounds, and it's almost picked off by Delta State, but a foul called in the push against the senior, Takira Hicks. Hicks hates the call. Delta State has committed 17 fouls today. CBU with 15. Delta State certainly feeling as though the calls have gone against them in the latter stages this afternoon. Bates lobs in for Bryn Lytle. Back to the corner for Carly Bates. Didn't trigger a 3. Instead playing the clock. And now a foul called on Takira Hicks. That's Hicks' 3rd foul. And now there are 5 on each side. Everybody's in the bonus for the final 91 seconds. Carly Bates to the free throw line. Attempt number 1, off target to the left. One more to come for Bates, who's only 3 of 6 on her free throws entering this game. She hits 1 of 2. And CBU reaches the 80-point plateau. 91 seconds remain. Christian Brothers University looking for the W, which would only be their 3rd of the year. And first against Delta State in 4 tries. Step back 3 from Buford. Wow! Nothing but net for Shania Buford, and timeout immediately taken by head coach Craig Roden. 10-point game with 1:17 left. We'll take a quick break here on the CBU Bucks Live Network. Back in a moment with more. .117 remaining here in the 4th quarter at Canale Arena. The score is 80-70. CBU on top of Delta State. Christian Brothers University Lady Buccaneers seeking their third victory of the season. Bryn Lytle handling, shepherds it across the half-court line. Hounded there by Kaylin Wilson. Lytle going to the cup, dribbles it on the baseline when she was trying to lift it up. Lost control of it and lose it out of bounds. 10-point game with 63 seconds remaining. This would have to be a Jason Williams Duke-like effort for Delta State. Brown into the paint. Got by Nicholson, fed it up off the window, just above the square. 80-72. Lytle across the timeline. And now we have a timeout taken by head coach Jesse Carmack with 45 ticks to go. CBU celebrating their senior day this afternoon. Bryn Lytle, leading scorer in this contest, and the lone senior for the brothers with 34 points, 12 of 21 from the floor, 9 of 9 on her free throws. Can't forget that 45-point program record game against Mississippi College back on January the 29th. Set the school record, men's or women's. Also set a program record with 14 field goals made in that game. Highest single game scoring total this season in Division II women's basketball. And she has just been someone that's built her game over the course of 4 seasons. .1,412 points for Bryn Lytle in her CBU career and counting. And Lytle and the Buccaneers going to run some Dean Smith UNC four corners offense here with 37 ticks remaining. Cummings going to burn some time. And now a foul committed on Carly Bates by Takira Hicks. That will be 4 on Hicks. Carly Bates at the free throw line with a pair coming. First, off target, one more to come. Bates today with 9 points. Got the second, she's got 10. Duran checks in for Nicholson. 81-72. Just so we don't sell Bryn Lytle short, she has been spectacular in her career. Over 21 points a game this year. Last year as a junior, 24 points per game. Led the team in threes made, free throws, steals, and blocks. An outstanding presence, even at only 5'6". Hicks wheeling into the paint. Hicks puts it up against contact and feeds it through against Darcy Duran. 81-74, that makes it a 7-point game with 18.7 ticks remaining. The senior Bryn Lytle likely to finish her career with more than 16 points per game, which would lead all scorers in CBU women's basketball history. She only scored 8.9 points per game as a freshman, even though she played in all 26 games and led the team in total minutes. Also led the team that year with 39 threes. She's led the team in threes every year. Inbounded by Lytle, almost stolen by Delta State. And the referees, I don't think, saw clearly which way the ball went. The possession arrow right now is favoring CBU. And it will be CBU basketball. Carly Bates the inbound with 15.7 seconds to go. Bates trying to safely secure the victory. Darcy Duran with a catch. Feeds to Bryn Lytle. Ahead to Cummings. 11 seconds to go. Over to Bates. Bates going to hold it. Finally fouled by Shania Buford. 7.3 seconds remaining. They are challenging the freshman, Carly Bates, as we said, who was only 3 of 6 in her free throws coming into today. Bates on the day 2 of 4 at the line. First, good. Eight-point game with 7 seconds to go. 9-point game. Carly Bates, Bryn Lytle, and the CBU Buccaneers putting the finishing touches on win number 3 this season and their first against Delta State. Hicks' lob at the horn is no good. And CBU will bring home a senior day victory over Delta State, led by Bryn Lytle with a team high and game high 34, besting a 29-point, 16-rebound effort from Zaire Ewing. The Bucks end the game shooting 46%, 8 of 24 at the arc, 15 of 21 from the free throw line. And Delta State went 11 of 15 at the stripe, 5 of 15 from the arc, and 48% from the field. CBU improves to 3-5 on the season. Delta State falls to 5-8 on the year. The Buccaneers' next game comes against Alabama Huntsville on the road on February the 12th at 6 o'clock. I'm Tyler Springs signing off for CBU Senior Day. Bryn Lytle leading the way with 34 points in the victory, 81-74 for CBU over Delta State.